welcome back to my channel. This is FB-Zinhle. I am here again with another episode of Relationship Talk on Wednesday. I have been thoroughly enjoying this series, guys. I have seriously enjoyed just chatting with you guys, getting your comments, getting your feedback, and getting all that crazy and all the juicy stuff that is happening and going on in relationships. So yeah, I definitely, I was actually looking at my calendar today and I was like, oh, we only left with like a week before we round off this series, and I was quite sad. So but I'm sure that we'll definitely have another series or another segment where we just talk about relationships, but obviously taking it a little bit deeper. And if you guys remember, we said that this series, or this series, it was focusing mainly on dating 101 in terms of relationships. And it has been a learning curve for me. It has been a learning curve for the people that are actually commenting, for the people that are sending out their questions. It's really been a learning curve. Like I always say, I am not a professional. I am just a woman who has been ordained as a minister of God and has actually coached a lot of women in relationships, coached a lot of women in the sphere of faith, and it has really just been an honor for me to really just interact with you guys and just impact the knowledge and the wisdom that God has impacted to me back to you guys. So yeah, before we just jump into the topic of today, I just want to appreciate you guys once again, all of you guys. I see you. I love you. All of my returning subscribers, I love you. I'm continually praying for you guys, and thank you so much for all the feedback and for all the comments and for all the DMs and for all the WhatsApps messages that I am receiving from you guys, just cheering me on. But one thing I can tell you is that together we can do this. And if you have not subscribed and you are just visiting us for the very first time, I would like to encourage you to hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications bell, and definitely like this video. It will really help this community. It will really help this tribe to grow and impact as many women as we can. Right. Getting into our topic for today, we're going to be talking about setting standards in relationships. So setting relationship standards, and as the norm, guys, I'm always writing things down, so I've jotted some few things down, and I would like for you guys to also participate. I know this is a pre-recorded video, but I would like for you guys to participate in the comment section below by telling me what are the standards that you set when you are entering into a relationship, or when you are in relationships, or when you are in a marriage. Right? So as the norm, it's a bit quite chilly today. So it was raining a bit earlier today, so it's still a bit chilly. So I've got my coffee. Yes, I know, I'm a coffee lover, so I've got my coffee here. Even my cup says I must have coffee. My kids, they always tell me that if I'm a bit cranky, it is because I have not had my shot of coffee for the day. So even as we're going to be talking right now, I have a cup of coffee. And how do you like my head wrap, guys? You know what? I've actually said I'm going to try and give you guys some tutorials on how to tie your head wraps. Yeah, but that's another topic for another day. Let's get right into this video for today. Right, so we're talking about setting relationship standards, and I jotted some few things down. Just bear with me if I do first look down a bit. Maybe it's because I'm reading some of the notes that I've jotted down. Today's video is not going to be that long. I'm trying by all means to get my videos to be about 10-15 minutes maximum, so that you can actually watch and get all the information that you need to get without worrying about data and the other things that may be involved. So getting into our topic today, I just want to talk about relationship standards, and this is what I jotted down in my research, in my study, in my prayer. This is what I jotted down as I was preparing for this episode. I said relationship standards are a reflection of the standards that you are really setting for yourself. So remember, get that point. You are setting these standards for yourself. You are not setting them for another person, but you are setting them for yourself and what you think you are worth in a relationship. So it is still about you. A lot of women, a lot of people in relationships, they are always concerned about the other person, but you as an individual, you are important, right? So, and we need to keep preaching this. We need to keep preaching this gospel of you are important. It is not that just because you are in a relationship now, you forget about yourself and you forget about your needs and you're just focusing on the person that you are in a relationship with. That is why, if you continually focus on the other person and they disappoint you, you come out heartbroken and you do not know how to pick up the pieces of your life. Right? So, like I was saying, relationship standards are a reflection of the standards that you are really setting for yourself, and what you think you are worthy in a relationship. So I'm going to mention a few standards that I just think that they basic, but they quite important. And just disclaimer, guys, I know most of you are always talking about finances. You always hear people saying finances, money. Yes, money is important in a relationship, but money is not everything. Right? You can have a successful relationship. You can build a successful relationship even without excess money, right? Obviously, we all need finances. There's a lot of people, when I post on my WhatsApp statuses, they always say, "Oh, Pastor, the baby girl, she's always talking about money." That is just me showing you guys that yes, finances are important, but finances are not everything. There are some other things that fuel the relationship, that fuel a marriage, that fuel a connection of two people, right? And I've jotted down a few of the standards that you need to set in a relationship, or as you are getting into a relationship. Remember, this is a series for Dating 101. So these are the basic things. Remember, last week we spoke about what did we talk about last week again? I think we talked about that the 5 questions that you needed to ask, right? If you remember, if you have not seen that video, go back. I'm actually gonna link the video, the video of last week in the description box below. Watch that video so that you are aware and you know what questions to actually ask on a date when you go out on a date. So now that you have done the dating part, you are now in a relationship with someone. What are the standards that you need to set for yourself? So if you can see, there is a pattern that is continually following in each and every episode that we have here on the channel. So let's get right into the standards in the relationship that you should be setting. The first standard, you need to understand that the standards are there to protect your values. That is why I said that standards, they are a reflection of yourself, right? So it is very important that the standards that you set in a relationship, they are to protect your values. They are to protect the you, right? They are to protect the person that you are. So somebody may ask, okay, what are those values maybe that you should be looking at, or do you understand? There is quite a lot of people may actually start with money and say, I value money. If there's no money in a relationship, that's it, I'm not gonna do. But there are other things, like I said, that are just above money, right? Money is important, finances is important, but there are other things that are valuable to a person, right? Especially as a woman that's getting into a relationship, that is trying to build something for herself. So I jotted down here that your standards, they protect your values. So values like your religion, right? For those that are religious, your values, those, if you do not set standards in your relationship, when it comes to religion, you are going to find yourself in a lot of trouble, right? You're going to find yourself with someone who's going to be practicing one weird things in your space, and because you love this person, you will be how can I put it? You will feel frustrated to actually voice your concerns, to say, but I don't believe in this thing, or I'm not comfortable with this thing, or my beliefs are against this thing. So religion is definitely one of the things that you need to look at when you are setting your standards in a relationship. The second thing is family. How important is family to you? Remember, I said that standards are protecting your values. So how much do you value family? Some relationships, you find some women saying, you know what, I love my partner, I love my husband, I love my fiance, but he doesn't have time for my family. It is because you never set standards in the beginning of the relationship, and you set them down, and you were clear enough to say family is important to me. So you cannot now expect another person to come and guess that, oh, family is important to you. you know I remember there was one lady that I was coaching, and she came, and she was really heartbroken because she was married to this person. She loved this person, but every time that there was something done in her family, her husband never pitched up. He just didn't see it as important. Maybe he just and that thing, it actually slowly destroyed their marriage, right? So religion is definitely one of those things that you need to set standards on. And the second thing is family. Family is very important. How do you value your children? How do you value your parents? How do you value your extended family? It's very important that you set these standards to protect your values, right? Remember, I said that you do not get into a relationship to lose yourself. You are getting into a relationship to complement each other. So if you are going to lose yourself in order to please another person, that is not complementing. You are now becoming a subject that is subjecting their feelings and their values to please another person, right? And then the next thing is, obviously, This is also another one, guys, that a lot of women, I don't know why women cannot talk. I don't know why is it that you can't talk, because funny enough, when we are together as women, we talk about these things, we don't shy away from them. But when you are with your partners, it is difficult for you to actually communicate and voice your concerns when it comes to these things. One other thing is sex. Yes, intimacy. How do you set standards around intimacy? Some women may say, I will not have sex until we get married. Someone might say, I'm okay with having sex before marriage. Someone might say, if you do not talk about these things and you find yourselves, how can I put it? And you find yourself lowering yourself and lowering your values to please another person, that other person will not know what is right for you. Remember, it is all about you. And this is one thing that I always tell people, that coaching is about you. It's not more like counseling or mentoring. Coaching is about you. As a coach, as a pastor who coaches women, my focus is on the woman, right? Is on the individual, right? Because once you know who you are as an individual, it becomes easier for you to voice out your concerns, your values, and set up those standards that we are talking about today. And another one would be money, right? So money would be there, but money, I'm just gonna drop it in as another topic, or as another point altogether, right? The second thing would be, you need to set your standards for your needs to be met. Another thing, when we are talking about setting standards for your needs to be met, what are you saying? What are you talking about? And remember, this is not only on finances. Your needs can be met beyond financial value, right? Your needs can be met through communication. How do you communicate with your partner? Do you have enough time to communicate with your partner? I was actually researching and following one of my mentors, and she was just talking, and she was saying that do not fear the woman that actually sleeps with your husband, or if you are married, right? Do not fear the woman that sleeps with your husband, but rather fear the woman that communicates with your husband. And that was like a huge light bulb to me. And I was like, oh wow, a lot of women will be coming saying, oh, my husband is cheating on me, my boyfriend is cheating on me, my fiance is cheating on me, I found this, he's sleeping with another person. But the honest truth is, before they actually got to the bed, it started with communication. So you need to set your standards. You need to set your standards when it comes to communication. How do you guys communicate? A lot of research has been done. A lot of research has proven that a lot of relationships, they are destroyed because of cell phones, right? Because of social media. A lot of couples, they are spending their time on social media and they do not have time to communicate, to talk. Talking is important. Remember, you are in this relationship with this person, and this person is supposed to be your friend. And what do you do with friends? We know, as women, with friends, we sit around over a cup of coffee, over a glass of wine, over some juice, over whatever it is that you are drinking, and we talk. Whether we are talking about ourselves, whether we are talking about our neighbors, whether we are talking about our in-laws, whether we are talking about our husbands, but we talk. That is communication. So you need to set your standards when it comes to communication. How do you communicate as a couple? How often should you communicate as a couple? Sometimes I wonder, why would people, you are in a relationship with someone, the only time that you guys talk is When you wake up in the morning, good morning, sweetheart, good morning, honey, and then one goes to work, another one goes to work, or another one is at home. During the day, in the full 8 hours, there is no communication, and you wonder, what kind of a relationship are you guys setting? Or what kind of a family are you guys trying to build? A family or a relationship without communication is doomed for failure. I can guarantee you that. As a pastor, as a mentor, as a coach, I have seen it thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of times, that if you do not talk, you are setting yourself up for failure. The second standard that you need to put out there, that must be met in a relationship, is your emotional needs, emotionally, right? So are you setting standards? Are you setting standards how you want to be treated emotionally? Some women, they are crying because they are being emotionally abused. Someone will say, oh, but you look, you are always glowing, you are always shining, but emotionally they are dead, right? And then the next one, again, it comes back to sexually. Sex is important. Sex is important. Sex is not just for you to go out there and make babies. Sex, God created sex. It's a beautiful thing, right? So sex is not just about, let's get it, 1 2 3 4 5, it's done. 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Oh, thank God if you get to 15 minutes, you are lucky, let me tell you. But talk about these things. Wait, I think I'm actually going to edit that one out. Okay, but sexually, set standards, set your standards for yourself when it comes to your sexual, to your intimacy, right? And then the last one in this point, it's going to be spiritually. I will never finish this video without talking about setting standards when it comes to your spirituality, right? Because there's one thing that we say, that a family that prays together, it stays together. So if you do not find time to pray together, you and your partner, you and your family, how are you going to stay together? Whether you are praying, or whether you are calling the higher power, or whether you are calling whatsoever that you are calling, but if you do it together, and if you have an altar that you come together and you actually pray together, whether it's time for meditation, whether it's time for your devotion, make time. These are the things that are very important to build a lasting relationship, right? So let's quickly run and just go through the last two. I don't really wanna talk about finances today, because let me tell you, finances is I will keep saying it over and over again. Finances are important, but finances are not the only thing. And I really think that I should actually just dedicate a whole episode on finances in relationships, right? So that we can try and cover it. I will not do it justice, me just talking about finances in 30 seconds. It will not be fair, right? So the next standard that you need to set in a relationship is, you need to have a benchmark. You need to have your non-negotiables. You enter into a relationship and you have non-negotiables, right? Some people, maybe they will say, my non-negotiables, my bench, or yes, my bar is that I will never be in a relationship with someone that has kids. Or someone will say, I will never be in a relationship that has baby mama drama, or that has baby daddy dramas. So you set and you talk about these things, because when they begin to happen without you setting the standard, and without you talking about them prior, it becomes an issue. And just imagine if kids are already involved, right? So that's another one. And one last thing, just before I round off with this video, you need to also understand that the standards that you are setting, they are your responsibility. Do not leave it for your partner. They are your own personal responsibility, right? So set standards as a responsibility for yourself, because you are trying to protect your mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health, your emotional health, and your financial health, and to top it all, your sexual health. Can you imagine? I'm just gonna throw this in here. You can be in a relationship that is booming, that is exciting, that is wonderful, but the sex is just dead. It's just boring. I know. A lot of people, they say that there is no man that does not know how to have sex. Yes, but then have you set a standard to say, in our intimacy, this is how I want to be taken care of. This is how I want to feel when I'm being intimate with you. These things are very important. So yeah, guys, this was a mouthful. This video was just one of those videos that it's super packed. I couldn't really put everything in this one video, but because of time, I just wanted to give you a little bit of hints and a little bit of tips on what to look out for as you are setting standards. Remember, if you continually look or go back to my previous videos, you will find out that every single topic that I've talked about, it has been a continuation, because that is how I maybe it's because of my teach or of my training as a pastor, that it is nice to lay a foundation and just take it there. It's like building a house. You cannot build a house from the roof going down. You need to start with the foundation and you go up. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video and you enjoyed this type of content, be sure to hit like, and please definitely share this video. Comment in the comment section below, and just you know what, let's keep subscribing, guys. Let's make impact. This is going to be a tribe that is going to be stronger. Every single time when I'm praying, I hear God telling me that this is going to be a tribe that's going to be stronger and stronger and stronger, because we are preaching the uncomfortable gospel when it comes to relationships. I love you guys. If you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure that before you come out of this video, you hit that subscribe button, you hit that notifications bell, so that you receive all new content as I upload it. And make sure that you hit that like button and share this video. Until we see each other again, I am looking forward to next week's video. Next week's video is gonna be a little bit saucy. It's the last one in this episode of relationships and dating 101, so I want it to be a bit saucy, and just let me know if you would like it to be a live, and then obviously if it's a live, maybe we can go a little bit longer than we currently are having these videos, but it's gonna be a juicy one. Make sure you do not miss out. Make sure you tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends, and to tell their friends and to tell their friends, not to miss next week's episode. I love you guys. Stay blessed, and remember, you are special, and there is no one like you, and you are perfectly and wonderfully made. Bye bye.